and welcome to the highlights of day one of this Nippon Pen Series, Sri Lanka versus Ireland. Its first test match. We are at the Galle International Stadium. Let's take a look at the surface. I can tell you that the Galle pitches are generally very spin friendly, but this one looks good. It looks solid. There's a tinge of grass, and I wouldn't be surprised if the captain winning the toss would want to bat first. And that's exactly what happened. Dimuth Karunaratne won the toss, and he had absolutely no hesitation in batting first in this test match. Let's take a look at the teams. Let's not forget that Ireland are very new in test cricket. Just 4 games for them in their test record, test history. But Sri Lanka are going in with lots of batting. They got 2 spinners and 2 fast bowlers in the makeup. All right, we are ready to start the action. Let's go across and join our first commentators, Alan Wilkins and Russell Arnold.
Good morning, everybody. Yes, a warm welcome to the Irishman to this part of the world. Dimuth Karunaratne, Sri Lanka's captain. Very good average, almost up to 40. He's featured in the ICC World 11 or World Test team in the last so many years as one of the most successful openers.
This is Nishan Madushka. And it's going to be Mark Adair, man from Northern Ireland, who did play some first-class cricket for the county of Warwickshire back in the day. He was a teenager when he played for Warwickshire. There's a little noise, but it's optimism on the part of Ireland's fielders. Shot, handsome, driven. Beautifully driven through covers for 4. Better, beautifully delivered. Just a hint of movement off this pitch.
Nicely clipped away. On his pads, very, very strong Karunaratne. It flies to the boundary. Brilliant. Just leaning into that.
Oh, that's gone past the man. Looks like Curtis Camphor at a mid-on position. We'll be disappointed with that.
That's too short. He will feast on it. It's a boundary. Through the offside for 4. He's looking good, Dimuth Karunaratne. Finding some space outside the off stump. Cleared that front foot. And that was a very good finish. In the gap. The first real sign of an outside edge. Gets a boundary.
Outside edge probably, Nishan Madushka, he knows it. Nicely bowled by Curtis Camphor, nice line, nice length and plenty of bounce. And Nishan Madushka just going fishing just outside the off stump, nicks off.
This time you've got to give credit to Curtis Camphor. He's got it in the right area, and that ball has deviated. It's gone nicely. A little leg cutter here from Camphor. And it finds the shoulder of the bat. Fine piece of bowling. Ireland have got there first. Nishan Madushka's gone for 29 and Sri Lanka 64 for 1.
Good numbers, 17 half centuries, 700 as well. I'm pretty sure he'll be eyeing one big one over here as well.
Full and driven. That is a lovely stroke for 4. You're going to get the odd loose delivery from a leg spinner, and when it comes along you want to punish it. flown past. Balbirnie at slip, and it's going to run away for 4.
That's a bad ball. That's short, and it's been given the treatment it deserves. Short. Oh, he's got up onto the tippy toes, just swiveled on the back foot. No fielders in front of square on the leg side. Gets himself a boundary, Kusal Mendes.
Tough century, another one for Dimut Karunaratne. 35th in his career, his 3rd consecutive half century. And it's made it easier for the batters, that length. It'll sit up and a batter can find his spot.
Quick single. There's just been a few too many of those. In the circle to the spinners. End of the 28th over, it's 119 for 1. And it is just the start that Sri Lanka would have wanted in that first session, as umpire Adrian Holdstock calls lunch. Right, so he won the toss, of course. The Sri Lankan captain, Karunaratne, elected to bat first. Half-century partnership with Madushka, who eventually fell for 29 and 48. Since then, it's been a very healthy partnership. 55 and 80 balls. Karunaratne, the captain, leading from the front with 54.
By Ireland, the seamers have been impressive, whatever that's been on offer. But what Ireland do need is more control from the 2 spinners. So just the wicket to Curtis Camper.
This is a tough session. Start with, it's pretty hot. It's quite humid. And the Sri Lankan batters looking to try and build on the agony, extend the partnership. Slip in, quite wide. Oh no, oh no. He's lucky he's got cover on the boundary, but that's a poor start. Drag down, they'll get a couple. Oh, that stayed down. That stayed down.
Now that's the ball we were talking about, the one that drifts into the left-hander. This one he's got to keep low.
The occasional ball is going to come out rather awkwardly, as that one did. He drags it down and makes it very easy to play that paddle sweep.
Good use of the feet.
Oh, he's lofted this one-handed in the end. That's gone a mile high, and it is 6.
That's got him to his 50. That's his 18th. Kusal Mendes, when in this mood, he's thoroughly enjoyable to watch.
And the 100 partnership comes up between Kusal Mendes and Dimut Karunaratne. It's the 4th time they've done it, these two.
Oh, that's beautifully played. He's got 3 men in front of him on the offside. A sweeper as well on the cover boundary. He's timed it sweetly between all of them. Long off being brought into the circle. Oh, that's a short delivery. He's had to force it in front of square. He'll get the boundary. Two set batsmen at the crease, and one of them who is putting away anything that is slightly offline. Swept away. He's not going to get to this, Peter Moore.
Waits for the bowlers to bowl to his zone and just keep picking him off. Getting closer to his 15th Test 100. He's missed out on many occasions of late.
Don't bowl there. Just don't bowl there to Kusal Mendis. He'll enjoy it. He'll pull you till the cows come home. Yes, that's his 100. Very well played 100. A flawless innings. His 15th in his career. Now averaging over 40. Don't forget his best is 244. He's got 34 half centuries as well. And his 5th at goal. What a performance it has been from the captain.
Showing how it's done. He'll be pleased with this one because, as I mentioned, he's missed out on hundreds on quite a few occasions in the recent past. Tapesh hit well though. Flies to mid-off. Kusal Mendis, he gets into the 90s as well. More runs. Lovely shot off the pads.
Yes. No is the call. It's a dot. 245 for 1. And yes. It's a great relief, I'm sure, for the Irish bowlers. They're marching off because it's been a tough day. They've leaked a lot of runs, going at 4.38. And they have had very little reward for their works, for their day's work so far. Let's try and show you where the batting card, or how the batting card looks. Ishan Madhuska Fernando, pretty unfortunate, dismissed early for 29, got a ball that bounced and left him. But Dimut Karunaratne and Kusal Mendis, they've enjoyed this. They've taken it with both hands, and they're looking very good. One on 100 and the other one getting close to 100.
They've toiled hard, struggled to control the Sri Lankan batsmen, the spinners going for many. But Adair and Camphor, the way they went about their business, they'll be pleased. Got the ball to go past the edge on a few occasions. Curtis Camphor, the only wicket taker for Ireland. There was a bit of movement off the seam early, but no reverse on show as yet from the Irish bowlers. 34 overs remaining in this session, that's a long time, and with only 1 wicket down.
Mendis with a lovely little touch. That's straight out of the T20 book of batting. It takes him to 99. Mendis gets his 100. Kusal Mendis, that's been a very attractive century here in Gaul. His 8th Test 100. And he looks set for a very big score. His 2nd century here at Gaul, following the 194 he scored against Bangladesh back in March 2017. What an attractive innings this has been. McBride drags it down, it's short, and that is punished. That's not a good delivery. Karunaratne says he'll have a bit of this, and it brings up the 200 partnership.
Another short one being dispatched.
Yeah, fraction short from Markader. It's picked up easily by Mendes. Full and driven by Mendes. He'll pick up 4. That's gone. It's been hit well, and it's gone for 4.
Short. Cries of catch it. It was straight in the direction of the fielder, but just above his head. Another boundary. He's gone again. Karunaratne. It's not the right line to be bowling to him. Very strong off the legs. Couple of bounces into the boundary.
Another half tracker. And Kusal Mendes says thank you very much for a couple of bounces for a boundary. A huge gap towards fine leg, and this is going to be the 3rd boundary of the over. It's good batting. It was a leg stump line bowled by McBrien. All he had to do, Kusal, was get some bat and find that gap, and exactly what he did.
But just looking at that average first day score and wickets that fall, 6 wickets on average on day 1. That's quite a high number for day 1 of a test match in an area where people bat. It brings up 150 for Karunaratne. Outstanding knock from the captain.
The reverse. He'll get a boundary. It's becoming a little bit too easy for the Sri Lankan batters. Oh, that's a good effort, but it goes away for 4. Karunaratne driving through extra cover.
Given, they get a wicket. It did look very straight. Now, Kusal Mendes, he'll be thinking that's going on with the arm. Yep, that's what he's thinking. Well, it's got to miss the stumps because it's been given out, remember.
Okay, original decision is out. Pitching in line, impact in line. Hitting the wickets. Go back on field. Adrian gets his stick with the original decision of out. You're on screen now, signal now.
Breathing space for Ireland as Kusal Mendes walks back to the pavilion for 140. Sri Lanka 345 for 2. Average 44, 38 50s, 1400s, the best of 200. Angelo Matthews has his own little style again as Karunaratne.
Oh, goodness. Goodness gracious, flow mutations.
The new batter trying to find his feet. Sees a half tracker that probably almost bounced twice. Reaches for it, and all he can do is find an edge. He sat there for hours, but his stay at the middle is very brief. Doesn't get off the mark, Angelo Matthews. 348 for 3.
Well, that's been punished. Absolutely flattened. It's full again. Might go as well. It certainly will. So the run's still coming here late in the day for Sri Lanka. Brand new ball. So 1 ball for Markader to warm up, and his skipper says, all right, let's see what you can do with it. They've all gone up. They've all gone up. So has the finger. And that is just reward for Mark Adair. He has toiled all day, and now he's got the skipper.
Now, we haven't seen him play anything like this all afternoon, but remember in the last over, he flashed at one outside the off stump, and we just mentioned that he looks like a man who's tired. It's been an outstanding knock by the captain, Dimuth Karunaratne. The Irish will be happy to see the end of him.
That's 88 overs gone. Sri Lanka 386 for 4, and that is time on this first day of this first test match here in Galle. The standout innings, Dimuth Karunaratne, the captain, 179. Kusal Mendis, an attractive 140. Angelo Matthews, a 3-ball duck, having sat down watching that second wicket partnership of 281. Chandamal is looking good. Jayasuriya, the night watchman, has come in ahead of Dhananjaya and Samara Wickrama and Mendis. And Sri Lanka finished 386 for 4.
It was a tough day for the bowlers. That man right at the top, Mark Adair, who dismissed the captain right at the end, has to be well applauded. 1 for 66 and a 17. And the other 3 to get wickets, Camphor, Dockrell and White.